What if I told you that your ability to experience true pleasure, to tap into your deepest talents, and to unlock the life you've always dreamed of, was hidden in the stars? Well, it is. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and abundance, holds the key to unlocking parts of you that have been waiting to be awakened. But here's the twist. What if everything you've been told about Venus is wrong? What if the way society views love, value, and pleasure has been completely misrepresented? The truth is, Venus's influence can shape your destiny, but only if you stop listening to the noise around you and start listening to the whispers of your own heart. In today's video, we're diving deep into how Venus impacts your zodiac sign and how you can embrace your own inner power, beauty, and joy. Ready to uncover the secrets of the universe? Let's get started. Venus, often seen as the planet of love and beauty, holds a far deeper role in astrology. It governs our ability to find pleasure, express sensuality, and tap into talents that bring joy to life. Yet society has often misunderstood or overshadowed Venus' true essence. Patriarchal narratives, for instance, have narrowed Venus to superficial notions of romance or material beauty. This misrepresentation leaves many disconnected from its transformative power. Have you ever wondered why indulging in something you genuinely love feels oddly guilt-laden? It's the weight of these societal scripts holding you back. To fully embrace Venus, one must look beyond its surface associations and into its astral placement within the zodiac signs. Think of it as a cosmic fingerprint that reveals what brings you genuine satisfaction. Perhaps your Venus resides in Taurus, guiding you to relish earthly pleasures like fine food, art, or gardening. Or maybe it's in Gemini, lighting up your love for intellectual stimulation and witty conversations. Identifying your Venus sign is like finding the compass to your inner joy, tailored, personal, and entirely yours to reclaim. This reclamation, however, doesn't come easily. Many people face internalized shame or external criticism when they dare to align with Venus energy. Society often glorifies hustle over happiness, dismissing pleasure as frivolous. But here's a thought. What if the very things you dismiss as indulgent are actually key to your soul's growth? When you connect with Venus, you don't just invite joy, you unlock a sense of value that propels you toward fulfillment. Speaking of value, this connection takes on a whole new level when we understand how Venus shapes our everyday experiences, leading us to the next crucial step. Connecting with Venus begins with discovering its placement in your birth chart, a treasure map to what genuinely lights you up. Venus isn't about fleeting happiness. It's about meaningful joy that roots itself in your soul. For example, someone with Venus in Cancer might feel most alive when nurturing others or creating a cozy home environment. Contrast that with Venus in Sagittarius, where joy emerges through adventure, exploration, and breaking free of routine. Understanding this placement is like unlocking a personalized guide to fulfillment. It's not a one-size-fits-all formula, and that's where its beauty lies. Once you identify Venus' influence, the next step is weaving its energy into your life regularly. This isn't about splurging on luxury, although if that aligns with your Venus in Leo, go for it. It's about integrating joy into your daily rhythm. If your Venus loves artistic expression, set aside time to paint, write, or even create a playlist that moves you. If it craves connection, prioritize heartfelt conversations with loved ones or join a community that shares your passions. The key is consistency. Small, intentional actions compound into a life that feels authentic and richly yours. But here's the kicker. People often resist Venus' call, dismissing it as impractical or indulgent. Society trains us to equate productivity with worth, leaving little room for the quiet pleasures Venus offers. Yet, ignoring Venus energy can lead to burnout, emptiness, and even a nagging sense that something's missing. Isn't it ironic that in chasing external success, we often neglect what genuinely fulfills us? By reconnecting with Venus, you don't just rediscover joy, you reclaim your right to live a life that feels good. And while that might seem revolutionary, it's only the beginning of untangling the challenges Venus poses. Embracing Venus is often easier said than done, and the reasons run deep. Many people grow up in environments where their natural inclinations, those Venus-inspired joys, are dismissed or undervalued. Imagine a child who loves drawing and finds joy in colors but is told it's a waste of time because it doesn't lead to a real job. These early messages imprint, creating a lifelong struggle to trust Venus' guidance. Over time, this disconnection can manifest as self-doubt, a sense of unworthiness, or even resistance to pursuing what truly feels right. Astrological aspects can also complicate the picture. A challenging square or opposition involving Venus might make someone feel as though pleasure and value are always out of reach. For instance, Venus in a tense aspect with Saturn might cause an internal battle between responsibility and joy, making it hard to prioritize self-fulfillment without guilt. Meanwhile, Venus-Pluto dynamics could intensify desires but shroud them in fear or obsession. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward healing, as astrology doesn't define your fate but offers tools to navigate these inner conflicts. Even societal norms play a role in suppressing Venus energy. In a culture obsessed with hustle and constant output, taking time to explore what you love can feel self-indulgent, or worse, lazy. Yet, ignoring these aspects can lead to far more than emotional dissatisfaction. It might even affect your finances. Yes, your financial world is deeply tied to how you value yourself and your talents, and when Venus is out of balance, that flow of abundance can be disrupted. However, overcoming these barriers is entirely possible, paving the way to a life where Venus becomes a source of inspiration, not frustration. When Venus finds its home in fiery Aries, passion takes center stage. People with this placement approach love and pleasure with boldness, often diving headfirst into relationships and experiences without hesitation. Aries energy ensures that these individuals thrive on spontaneity and excitement. They're the kind who might surprise their partner with a last-minute weekend getaway or take up a daring hobby like skydiving just for the thrill. For them, life is about seizing the moment, and Venus in Aries adds a touch of romantic daring to their pursuits. However, this placement also comes with its challenges. Venus in Aries can sometimes prioritize their desires above all else, leading to a reputation for being impulsive or self-centered in relationships. They may struggle with patience, especially if their partner needs time to process emotions or make decisions. A quick temper can surface when things don't go their way, but this fiery nature is often short-lived, as they prefer action to brooding. Learning to balance their drive with empathy is key to unlocking Venus' full potential in Aries. When it comes to creativity and pleasure, Venus in Aries prefers the bold and unconventional. They excel in activities that require courage and individuality, such as competitive sports, acting, or starting their own business. Their energy is contagious, inspiring others to embrace life with the same enthusiasm. To nurture their Venus, Aries individuals should seek out hobbies that challenge them physically and mentally while allowing space for their dynamic personality to shine. With Venus in Taurus, love is steady, sensual, and rooted in the material world. Those with this placement find great joy in the simple pleasures of life: beautiful food, fine art, comfortable surroundings, and of course physical touch. They're likely to gravitate towards creating an environment that feels luxurious and secure, often with an appreciation for the finer things in life. Venus in Taurus thrives when surrounded by beauty, and they have a knack for making anything they touch feel more exquisite, whether it's through interior design or culinary arts. The challenge for Venus in Taurus comes when they become too attached to their comfort zones. This sign values security and stability in relationships, which can sometimes make them reluctant to step outside their routines or try new things. There's a strong desire for loyalty and consistency, but this can lead to possessiveness or resistance to change. They may also be prone to indulgence, whether that's overindulging in food, luxury, or material possessions, which could cloud their true needs and desires. To fully embrace Venus in Taurus, these individuals should focus on nurturing relationships and passions that bring lasting satisfaction. Gardening, cooking, or working with their hands can be particularly fulfilling, as these activities allow them to connect deeply with the earth and experience tangible results from their efforts. Venus in Taurus also benefits from surrounding themselves with beauty, whether that's through art, nature, or pampering themselves with self-care rituals that awaken their senses. Finding balance between enjoying the physical pleasures of life and embracing personal growth will allow Venus in Taurus to shine. Venus in Gemini brings an intellectual and playful approach to love and pleasure. People with this placement are drawn to relationships that stimulate their minds and keep things fresh with variety. They thrive in environments that encourage conversation, curiosity, and light-hearted fun. Romance for them is less about traditional gestures and more about mental connection and witty banter. Their ideal partner is someone who can keep up with their quick wit, engage in stimulating debates, and introduce them to new ideas and experiences. However, the need for constant mental stimulation can sometimes lead to restlessness or a fear of commitment. Venus in Gemini may find it challenging to settle down or fully commit to one person, as they're constantly seeking new experiences and adventures. This can cause them to appear fickle or indecisive in relationships, as they may easily lose interest when things feel routine. The key for Venus in Gemini is finding balance between their intellectual curiosity and emotional depth, ensuring that they don't neglect the deeper aspects of connection in favor of excitement. When it comes to pleasure, Venus in Gemini enjoys variety and novelty. They excel in environments that offer intellectual stimulation, such as travel, learning new skills, or attending events where they can interact with diverse groups of people. To nurture their Venus, they should focus on finding activities that challenge their thinking while providing social interaction and mental engagement. Writing, reading, or taking up new hobbies that expand their knowledge will keep their Venus energized and fulfilled. When Venus is in nurturing Cancer, love becomes a deeply emotional and protective force. People with this placement find fulfillment through emotional connections and a sense of security within their relationships. Venus in Cancer thrives when they can offer care, support, and affection to those they love, often placing the needs of others above their own. They have a natural instinct to nurture and create a cozy, secure home environment, which serves as their sanctuary. For them, love is about emotional safety and feeling truly seen and understood by their partner. However, the strong need for emotional security can sometimes lead Venus in Cancer to become overly dependent on others for validation or reassurance. Their vulnerability can make them susceptible to being hurt, especially if they feel emotionally neglected or misunderstood. They may also struggle with letting go, holding on to past relationships or emotional baggage that no longer serves them. To find true balance, Venus in Cancer needs to embrace their emotional strength and learn how to set boundaries while still offering their love freely. For Venus in Cancer, pleasure often lies in the warmth of home and family. Cooking meals for loved ones, creating a comfortable living space, or engaging in sentimental activities can bring immense joy. These individuals should nurture their Venus by prioritizing self-care and allowing themselves to receive love as much as they give. Connecting with their intuitive side through creative outlets, such as painting, writing, or even gardening, can help them stay grounded and emotionally fulfilled. With Venus in Leo, love is bold, passionate, and dramatic. People with this placement are drawn to grand gestures, creative self-expression, and relationships that allow them to shine. Venus in Leo craves admiration, affection, and recognition from their partners, and they love being in the spotlight. They tend to approach love with confidence and enthusiasm, always looking to make their relationships an exciting and joyful experience. These individuals are naturally generous with their love, often showering their partner with gifts, compliments, and attention. However, the need for constant admiration can sometimes lead to challenges in relationships. Venus in Leo can become possessive, wanting to feel adored and respected at all times. If they feel neglected or unappreciated, they may react with pride or dramatic outbursts. They can also struggle with being overly focused on their own desires, leading them to overlook the needs of their partner. To find balance, Venus in Leo must learn to give love without expecting it to always be returned in the way they envision, allowing for a more harmonious exchange. Venus in Leo enjoys pleasure in the spotlight, where their creativity can thrive. They're naturally drawn to activities that allow them to express their artistic side, whether through performing arts, fashion, or other creative pursuits. To nurture their Venus, they should embrace their creative talents and engage in activities that allow them to feel seen and admired. Whether it's through theater, art, or dance, Venus in Leo should surround themselves with people who recognize their unique gifts and share in their passion for life. Venus in Virgo is all about finding beauty in simplicity and service. Individuals with this placement are drawn to relationships that are practical, grounded, and offer a sense of usefulness. They express love through acts of service, helping their partner in small yet meaningful ways, whether it's preparing a meal or taking care of practical needs. Venus in Virgo is often detail-oriented, seeking perfection in love and the little things that make a relationship work. They are naturally thoughtful, always paying attention to what their partner needs, sometimes even before they ask. However, this focus on perfection can sometimes lead Venus in Virgo to be overly critical, either of themselves or their partner. They may have high standards that are difficult to meet, leading to frustration or dissatisfaction in their relationships. They may also struggle with self-worth, often putting the needs of others above their own. To find balance, Venus in Virgo must learn to accept imperfection, both in themselves and others, allowing for a more compassionate and flexible approach to love. Venus in Virgo finds pleasure in routine and in the pursuit of self-improvement. They feel most fulfilled when they're engaged in activities that help them grow or help others improve. This might include studying, organizing, or engaging in health-focused activities like yoga or cooking healthy meals. To nurture their Venus, they should engage in practices that promote their well-being and allow them to be of service to others without losing sight of their own needs. Engaging in mindful activities that involve both mental and physical well-being will keep Venus in Virgo energized and satisfied. When Venus is in Libra, relationships are the center of their world. People with this placement are naturally inclined towards harmony, beauty, and balance in their romantic connections. They seek a partner who values equality and mutual respect. Venus in Libra is all about creating beautiful, harmonious environments and experiences, and they thrive in relationships where there is a sense of shared beauty and intellectual connection. These individuals have a strong sense of fairness and love partnerships that feel balanced and equal. For them, love is an art form, and they often express affection through gestures that appeal to the senses, such as thoughtful gifts, beautiful decorations, or romantic outings. However, Venus in Libra can sometimes struggle with indecision and a tendency to avoid conflict. They may become overly focused on maintaining peace, sometimes at the expense of their own needs. In their desire to please, they may suppress their true feelings or avoid necessary confrontations. To find balance, Venus in Libra needs to practice setting healthy boundaries and embrace the idea that true harmony can only be found when both partners are fully authentic. Pleasure for Venus in Libra often lies in shared experiences, whether it's admiring art, enjoying fine food, or exploring cultural activities with a loved one. They thrive in social settings that allow them to connect with others on a deeper level. To nurture their Venus, they should surround themselves with beauty and harmony, and engage in activities that allow them to express their love and appreciation for others. Yoga, art appreciation, or even indulging in a bit of shopping for a beautiful outfit can help them reconnect with their Venusian energy. Venus in Scorpio brings intensity, passion, and depth to relationships. People with this placement approach love with a profound emotional commitment and are often attracted to relationships that are transformative. Venus in Scorpio is not interested in superficial connections. They crave deep, meaningful bonds that challenge them and lead to personal growth. Their love is all-consuming and they are fiercely loyal to those they care about. However, this intensity can sometimes lead to possessiveness and jealousy, as Venus in Scorpio's desire for control can overpower the relationship's natural flow. Despite their intense emotions, Venus in Scorpio has an incredible capacity for healing. These individuals are drawn to the darker, more mysterious aspects of love, and they often have a transformative effect on their partners. They thrive in relationships where they can explore the depths of their emotions and challenge each other to grow. However, they must be careful not to become too controlling or manipulative, as their strong emotions can sometimes push others away. To find balance, Venus in Scorpio must learn to trust their partner and embrace vulnerability. Pleasure for Venus in Scorpio often involves intimacy, mystery, and deep connection. They enjoy exploring the emotional and psychological layers of themselves and their partner, diving into topics that others may shy away from. To nurture their Venus, they should engage in activities that allow them to explore their emotional depths, such as journaling, deep meditation, or even exploring the mysteries of astrology and the occult. When Venus in Scorpio feels truly seen and understood, they experience the greatest pleasure. Venus in Sagittarius brings a sense of adventure and freedom to love. Individuals with this placement are drawn to relationships that allow them room to explore and grow. They value independence and are attracted to partners who share their love for adventure, knowledge, and expanding horizons. Venus in Sagittarius approaches love with a sense of optimism and excitement, often seeking relationships that feel spontaneous and full of possibilities. They are often the ones to push boundaries, encouraging their partners to take risks and discover new aspects of life together. However, this desire for freedom can sometimes lead Venus in Sagittarius to avoid commitment or to be nonchalant about deeper emotional connections. They may shy away from anything that feels too restrictive or confining. This can create challenges in relationships, as their partner may feel neglected or unsure about their intentions. To find balance, Venus in Sagittarius needs to learn how to balance their need for freedom with the commitment and emotional depth required in a relationship. Cultivating patience and understanding will help them embrace love without feeling trapped. Pleasure for Venus in Sagittarius lies in exploration, whether it's traveling to new places, trying new things, or engaging in philosophical debates. They thrive when they're learning and growing alongside their partner. To nurture their Venus, they should engage in activities that expand their mind and allow them to experience life in all its fullness, such as travel, attending lectures, or exploring different cultures. Engaging in spontaneous adventures with a partner can reignite their passion and sense of excitement. Venus in Capricorn brings a practical, grounded approach to love and relationships. People with this placement value stability, loyalty, and long-term commitment. They seek partners who are reliable, responsible, and share their ambitions for success and security. Venus in Capricorn is not one for fleeting romantic encounters. They prefer relationships that have a strong foundation and clear direction. Their love is often expressed through acts of service, such as providing for their partner or ensuring the relationship has a solid structure. They can sometimes come across as reserved or emotionally distant, but beneath the surface lies a deep, steady devotion. However, Venus in Capricorn can sometimes struggle with expressing vulnerability, fearing that doing so may make them appear weak or insecure. Their desire for control and structure can sometimes limit their ability to fully open up in relationships. To find balance, Venus in Capricorn needs to recognize that true love requires emotional openness, and that vulnerability is not a sign of weakness but of strength. They must also be mindful not to place too much importance on material success as the sole measure of love or affection. Pleasure for Venus in Capricorn comes from building something lasting and meaningful. They enjoy practical expressions of love, like working together on a common goal or sharing a vision for the future. To nurture their Venus, they should focus on setting long-term goals with their partner, whether it's creating a stable home or achieving a shared professional goal. Engaging in activities that allow them to build and achieve together, such as taking on a new project or making plans for the future, will help them feel truly connected. Venus in Aquarius brings a unique and unconventional approach to love and relationships. Individuals with this placement value independence, freedom, and intellectual stimulation in their partnerships. They are attracted to people who think outside the box and share their desire for progress and innovation. Venus in Aquarius seeks relationships that are based on mutual respect and understanding, often preferring partners who are intellectually engaging and who respect their need for personal space. Love for them is often tied to shared ideals, and they may be drawn to partners who challenge societal norms or who bring a fresh perspective to their lives. Despite their desire for freedom and individuality, Venus in Aquarius is capable of deep, meaningful connections, though it may take time for them to let their guard down. They may struggle with expressing their emotions in traditional ways, often preferring to show love through intellectual discussions or shared goals. To create balance, Venus in Aquarius must learn to embrace vulnerability and connect on a more emotional level with their partner. Their relationships thrive when there is room for individuality and intellectual growth, but they also require emotional depth and authenticity to truly flourish. Pleasure for Venus in Aquarius often comes from engaging in intellectual pursuits, trying new and unconventional activities, and exploring new ways of thinking. They are energized by novelty and progress, and they enjoy relationships that challenge their expectations. To nurture their Venus, they should seek out activities that allow them to break from tradition and explore new ideas or social causes. Participating in group activities, engaging in stimulating conversations, or taking on innovative projects with a partner can reignite their passion and sense of connection. Venus in Pisces brings a deeply romantic and idealistic approach to love. Individuals with this placement are drawn to the mystical and ethereal aspects of relationships, seeking deep emotional connections that transcend the physical world. They have a natural empathy and compassion, often putting their partner's needs above their own. Venus in Pisces sees love as a soulful union and is often attracted to partners who reflect their idealistic vision of romance. They possess an innate sense of empathy, which can make them incredibly understanding and nurturing, often providing unconditional love and support to their loved ones. However, Venus in Pisces can sometimes struggle with boundaries, as they tend to merge with their partner's emotions, often losing themselves in the relationship. This can lead to confusion or disappointment when their idealized vision of love doesn't match reality. To create balance, Venus in Pisces needs to learn to maintain healthy emotional boundaries while still offering their love freely. By doing so, they can preserve their own sense of self while experiencing the profound connections they crave. Pleasure for Venus in Pisces lies in romantic, dreamy experiences that allow them to escape the mundane and connect on a spiritual level with their partner. They enjoy creative and artistic activities, as well as emotional and soulful bonding moments. To nurture their Venus, they should engage in activities that allow them to explore their imagination and creativity, such as painting, writing poetry, or attending concerts. Participating in activities that evoke a sense of magic and transcendence can help them reconnect with the deep pleasures of love. When we talk about Venus, it's not just about romantic love or material pleasures. There's also a deeper, often overlooked aspect: healing. Cultural and emotional wounds related to Venus can profoundly affect how we experience pleasure, connection, and self-worth. Many of us, knowingly or unknowingly, have absorbed societal conditioning that tells us what we're supposed to value and how we're supposed to feel about ourselves. Venus, often misunderstood or repressed, can hold the key to healing these wounds. To embrace Venus fully, we must confront the cultural narratives that minimize its true essence. Whether it's the dismissal of self-care, the devaluation of emotional depth, or the belief that pleasure is shallow or indulgent. Healing begins with recognizing and unlearning these false narratives. As we move through life, the emotional baggage we accumulate can also distort our ability to connect with Venus in its true form. Childhood experiences, past relationships, and personal traumas can cause us to reject or suppress Venus' gifts: joy, pleasure, and beauty. For instance, someone who grew up in a family where self-expression or emotional openness was frowned upon might find it difficult to accept love or appreciate their own worth. Venus, in its purest form, is about embracing the beauty of life and finding value in ourselves and the world around us. Healing emotional wounds related to Venus involves creating space for self-compassion, allowing ourselves to enjoy life without guilt, and recognizing that we are worthy of the abundance Venus offers. Embracing cultural and emotional healing tied to Venus is not a one-time event, but a continuous practice of self-love and acceptance. It's about making a commitment to let go of limiting beliefs and opening ourselves to new possibilities. This healing often requires us to challenge our own perspectives on beauty, value, and pleasure. It may mean setting aside time to pamper ourselves, engage in creative expression, or simply appreciate the beauty in the world around us. The more we nurture Venus' influence in our lives, the more we invite emotional balance and self-empowerment. It's a journey that requires both patience and dedication, but the rewards, inner peace, joy, and fulfillment, are worth it. Now that you've discovered how Venus can transform your life, it's time to take action. You have the tools to embrace your true worth, unlock your hidden talents, and bring more beauty and joy into your life. But the real magic happens when you start applying this knowledge. So what's your next step? Will you embrace Venus's gifts and create the life you truly deserve? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What part of Venus's energy do you feel most drawn to? Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more insights like this. And hey, if you're ready to dive even deeper into unlocking your potential, make sure you turn on notifications. The universe is waiting to show you what's possible. See you in the next video.